Hello again. I just want to tell people a little bit about the Fresno City Council by quoting something that appeared in the Fresno Bee just a few days ago, and it's on the issue of homeless shelters and the homeless in Fresno. And the council president, Esmeralda Soria, spoke about treating people who are homeless as humans, and Councilman Clint Olivier said he'd like to see the city address residents and business owners' rights instead of coddling vagrants who are pillaging the city. And this has been the attitude of the Fresno City Council ever since I became involved in the homeless issue, along with Mike Rhodes, who's written a wonderful book called Dispatches from the War Zone, if you want to follow the history of what's been happening with homeless people who have no house, no permanent space to be in, from the 1990s and on. And I first became aware of what was happening. The policy of the city became in 2004 to basically bulldoze the settlements that the homeless had arranged for themselves because they had no home. And on a February morning, when it was really cold at about 5:30 in the morning, I went down to Santa Clara Street, where there's a settlement right near Poverello House, where people had set up tents and sort of makeshift kinds of wooden structures. And we were given a heads up because the city was basically declaring war on the homeless, one encampment at a time. And they started with the Santa Clara, the one that was there, built on the road near the Poverello House, and people would go to Poverello House during the day to stay warm, but they're not welcome to stay there at night, and then they would go to their tents and whatever. So we got there really early, and the destruction and bulldozing of this encampment started with the fire department came and put out all the fires that were in the people had brought in wood from other places and were keeping warm with that. Then the sanitation department came in under the escort of the police and began bulldozing down the tents with all of the everything that people had that they were trying to keep safe within the tents, and barely got the residents out before the bulldozers came in, and all of that was taken to the city dump. And this went on for years until 2006, when Mike Rhodes and the other advocates for the homeless in Fresno started a lawsuit against the city of Fresno. And the lawsuit ended up getting attention from the Ninth Circuit Court and $2.3 million settlement for the destruction of people's personal property. Some people lost their birth certificates, all of the things, their photos from their homes, as well as their sleeping bags, and they were basically out in the cold in the middle of the winter. And that had gone on for 2 years. This has not changed much in the city of Fresno. The latest thing is that they have passed what's called a no camping ordinance. This punishes people for so-called illegal camping on public space, like sidewalks or parking lots or whatever. And this is related to the settlements and the encampments of the earlier years, and the way they're now destroying the property is by taking away the shopping carts that people are moving around. If you leave your shopping cart alone for even 1 minute to go use a restroom somewhere inside a building, the police have the right to take your shopping cart away from you. These are the kind of responses that the City Council has been using over and over again, and the latest thing is that they've been, it's the U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals again has said that they are violating people's constitutional rights of every person to be free from unreasonable search and seizure. So that is what has prompted the City Council to propose a new kind of shelter, which is sort of no questions asked, where you go in, usually these shelters that are available now in Fresno ask you to join a religious group or make a declaration of faith in a particular religious organization or you can't have a bid. So the City Council has finally decided that they are going to get on the right side of this issue, and they're going to propose a $1 million shelter. And this is the background for, and Mike Rhodes has responded that this is a new development that is a positive step forward, which won't end homelessness, but it's, it's coming. Okay. It won't end homelessness, but it's a better way than bulldozing homeless encampments. The next step is to provide every homeless person decent, affordable housing and whatever social services they need to get them back on their feet, job training, mental health services, etc. And these comments are why we need to vote yes on Prop 2. See? I did it! It's really simple. There's $2 billion sitting there, and it's being held up in a lawsuit. And all we need to do is vote yes on Prop 2, and that will release the money to build the housing for people who do not have a home in all over California. And that will be the way that we will free up this money, just by voting yes on Prop 2.